Hey guys, Ivan here, and New York Pro wrapped up yesterday, and in today's video we're gonna take a look at a couple of very interesting things. So first of all, we got a scorecard, and honestly, we don't have anything super interesting here. As you can see, Nick Walker won with a perfect score. It wasn't even a question, and we all knew that. William Bonek was very firmly in that second as well. Where it gets interesting is third and fourth spot, Regan versus Krizo, and to be honest, the pre-judging, I kinda thought Regan was winning, but that wasn't the case. Krizo was still winning by 1 point only, and at the finals, I did feel like Krizo won, but he also won at the pre-judging. At the finals, he won more convincingly, so there was a 3-point difference, 4 points in total. And like I said before, this show, even though it had really high quality competitors, it really wasn't the most exciting show because there was no battle for the New York Pro winner. It was all really clear. Nick just destroyed the whole lineup. And also, even though the live stream was really good, really high quality, and the lighting was also very good, there was no commentator at a show. Even Detroit Pro has commentators, and this show, even though it's supposed to be third biggest show now, it's not anymore. Now it's definitely Pittsburgh, but up until now, it was always third biggest show. It didn't have commentators, and that's just really unfortunate, and it would mean a lot if it actually did have commentators. If you guys watch the live stream, it's boring just to watch bodybuilders flex with some boring music in the background. If there wasn't for YouTube channels like my, bodybuilding would be super boring without any commentators. So I honestly hope they're gonna invest in this next year. But as far as this show, like I said, nothing super interesting aside from the Michal Krizo versus Regan Grimes rivalry that is going to continue over the next couple of weekends. Regan just confirmed that he is doing California Pro, which is next weekend, Toronto Pro as well, some other shows too, and Krizo also confirmed this earlier. So next weekend, these two guys are most likely going to be fighting for the Mr. Olympic qualification. Can Regan defeat Krizo at that next show? Well, you guys know that Regan almost quit this prep. He almost decided not to do the New York Pro because he wasn't happy with the shape, with conditioning, but in the end he decided to still do it, and his conditioning ended up looking pretty good. But that can mean also that he's going to be even more conditioned for the next show. Can he get more conditioned than Krizo? I don't see that happening. I don't even see Regan really matching Krizo's conditioning. Maybe from the back, but that's also very difficult. From the front, I don't see that happening. But let's imagine, best case scenario, he actually manages to match Krizo's conditioning. What can he do about the muscularity? Nothing. Krizo is just bigger, everywhere basically. Quads, arms, shoulders, chest. The only thing Regan has on Krizo is hamstrings and glutes. I don't know about the back. I mean, that's pretty close. If Regan got more condition, maybe he would lose some of that fullness and size. So, as far as like the physique itself, I don't see Regan surpassing Krizo next weekend. No. But I also don't see Krizo improving in any way as far as the physique. Like, I don't think he can get more conditioned or just bring a better peak. I think this is pretty much it. This is him at probably close to his 100%. What he can improve is, of course, posing. But even with this sloppy, terrible, horrible posing, he still beat Regan. And he has one more week to maybe get that posing better, but is it gonna happen? I mean, if he didn't learn how to pose now, after competing for like 15 years or how long, I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think he's going to change his posing much in 1 week. So, yeah, Regan has a chance if he improves conditioning and maybe brings better fullness. And let's say Krizo gets tired, because that's gonna be his third show in a row. If that happens, then Regan might have a chance. I mean, it was a tight battle at the New York. Like, it was close, a couple of points. I mean, especially the pre-judging, only 1 point. So, again, if Regan improves conditioning and fullness, which he can do, and Krizo doesn't improve his posing and maybe even misses the peak a little bit because, again, third show in 3 weeks, then, yeah, Regan definitely has a chance. So, who would I bet on? I would still bet on Krizo because he just won the New York Pro against Regan. I mean, so, yeah, he's definitely the favorite, but I don't know. I mean, even though the chances are on Krizo's favor, Regan has more room to progress, to get better in 1 week. So, yeah, I think Regan has a chance of winning the California and beating Krizo. What do you guys think about this? Alright, the next thing we got is something very interesting that Nick Walker said after he won the New York Pro. And you can see this on the Old School Labs YouTube channel, my former sponsor, by the way. If you guys didn't know, I used to make the same kind of videos I'm making here on their channel for a year. But yeah, they did this interview with Nick Walker right after he won the New York Pro, and you know, he talked about his victory and his plans, and he says he's going to win the Mr. Olympia. Yeah, I mean, of course, what else would you expect from Nick Walker than to really believe that and to say that? And you know, me personally, I can see that. We're gonna talk about that a little bit more in the upcoming videos, so guys, stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. And also, guys, if you want to support this channel furthermore, you can buy some Blackstone Labs supplements, and if you use my code EVAN, that's it, just EVAN, you get a 15% discount, actually. So go ahead, check it out, the link is in the description of this video. If you try something and you use my code, let me know on my Instagram, for example, how you like the supplements. Anyways, back to Nick Walker, and what he said here about Derek Lunsford is very interesting. Let me play it for you guys.
I thought I had the best back before I was even told I had the best back. You know, he has, you know, obviously good width in his back, but he ain't got the hamstrings like I do, you know what I'm saying?
He ain't got the delts.
He got that thigh gap front, you know what I mean? Ain't no thigh gap here.
Well, you know, it's who
That
brought
shit is
24K
closed.
quality, the 24K quality.
I brought the detail.
Yeah, you did.
Alright, interesting. I think this is probably the first time that I'm hearing Nick talking trash about Derek since he lost at Pittsburgh. Like, we all saw that he wasn't happy about the results, and he also spoke about how he almost decided not to even compete at the New York Pro. That was his decision right after the Pittsburgh, and then he didn't sleep all night, and in the morning he decided to still do it. So yeah, he was disappointed, and he felt like he was robbed. But he never said anything negative about Derek, not yet, not so far. Now he did. He called Derek out for having a thigh gap, which Nick most certainly doesn't have. And I mentioned this before as well. Until now, everybody was saying that Derek had one of the best backs of all time. But now Nick beat him in this pose. Everybody agrees with that. And Tyler Mannion does as well. I mean, as far as the back itself, like the lats, the traps, just the back, Derek's back is bigger, for sure. But the overall pose, because of the delts, of the details everywhere, of the freaking arms, biceps and triceps, and then, because of the lower body, Nick is still better in the back double bicep. Not saying that his back is bigger or wider or better, I don't think it is, but his back double bicep pose overall is better, and it is one of the best of all time. Like, I don't think anybody ever had those kind of hamstrings. You know, that kind of lower body from behind, the width in the legs and everything. We never saw that. Not on Ronnie, not on Phil, not on Dorian. Never, never. So he has to go down as one of the best back double biceps of all time because of the lower body and the arms and the shoulders, but also the back is really good. And still, Derek managed to beat him, I guess because of the overall polish or because of the politics or whatever, we don't know. But yeah, Derek still managed to beat him. Nick is not happy about that, and I feel like he's coming with a vengeance to the Mr. Olympia. And honestly, I feel like he's going to beat Derek at a Mr. Olympia. I think he's going to look better. I think he's going to improve even more. I think he's going to go crazy about that stomach, that midsection. He needs to go crazy. He needs to really practice the vacuums, to learn how to control the midsection, even if they do 5, 10 rounds. It doesn't matter. He needs to be able to have the stamina to control the midsection for however long it takes, and that is the only way he can actually beat Derek or win the Mr. Olympia. I do believe it's possible. If you guys don't see it that way, you can tell me down below, but do you guys think that Derek is going to reply to this? Is he going to fire back, or is this it? I mean, he did call him out. Nick did call out Derek pretty badly, like calling him, you know, saying that he has a thigh gap. And I'm sure Derek will hear this. But is he going to say something back? I doubt that. I don't think he's gonna go into it, unfortunately. But maybe he will. Anyways, what Nick said is absolutely true, but there are some things Derek could say about Nick as well. I just don't think he's going to do it. Maybe after Nick beats him in the Mr. Olympia, but yeah, we have to wait and see if that is actually going to happen. What do you guys think? Who's gonna beat who at the Mr. Olympia? Who's gonna place higher, Nick or Derek? Tell me down below in the comments. Alright, and the last thing we got is something I was kind of thinking about for the past couple of weeks. I wanted to make a video about it, and when I saw this reel, I had to do it, man. What the hell is Urs doing? So he posted this training video with Sam Sulek, and when I saw this video, I was like, is Urs prepping for the open division? I mean, you guys know that he was struggling to make the weight in Classic, and that's why he was staying lean and kind of small in the off-season, so he can actually make the weight easier. But look at him now. He honestly looks like an open bodybuilder right now. He looks freaking massive. And you guys might remember at one point I said he can't really make a really good open bodybuilder because he doesn't have any arms. But now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, I was probably wrong, because this guy can grow, man. He can grow, and he grew a ton of muscle. Look at him now, and would he really be doing this if he wasn't planning on doing the open? I don't think so. Look at the legs right here. This is an open bodybuilder level of size, and conditioning is actually great. Like, he's not fat at all. He might be holding some water, mainly in his face. Overall, he's still very lean, just really big, really full, a little bit puffy. He's holding a lot of water everywhere, but there isn't a lot of body fat on his body, on his face, maybe some, but again, it's mainly water if you ask me. He's really lean and really freaking massive. I don't know what his weight is right now, but I wouldn't be too amazed if it was 300 pounds. Because he went to like 270, 280 before. 280 I think it was at one off season, and I don't think he was this big. This could be like 290, 300. I think he might actually be prepping for the open. Sam Sulek is bulking as well. You know, he also got a little bit chubby. He's definitely bigger. I mean, his conditioning is decent, but I don't think it's as good as Urs's, and he's obviously a lot smaller. I mean, he's gonna put on enough weight to make his classic physique weight cap as a pro. So yeah, Sam is going to be probably at around his limit in classic physique. And look at the difference between these two guys. Urs definitely looks like a competitor from another class, from a lot heavier class. Urs looks like an open bodybuilder right now. And to be honest, if he's actually struggling that much to, keep his weight down and his body just wants to grow, then go to the open, man. And I think that actually might be happening right now, because look at him. Look at him. Look at how massive he is. This does not look like a classic bodybuilder. I never saw Chris Bumstead looking like this. I've never seen Ramon Dino looking this big in the off-season. Nobody, really. Not even Mike Sommerfeld. This is definitely a next-level size. So that might be happening this year. I haven't heard anything. This is just me assuming based on this look. But if Urs decides to actually do the classic, he's going to have to melt down a whole bunch of muscle, because this is not fat, guys. And yeah, there's some water, but there is a lot of new muscle here. So yeah, I don't know what his plan is, but making the weight for Classic, it might be impossible this year, considering how big he is right now. He is a freaking monster. Anyways, guys, you tell me down below whatever you think about whichever part of this video. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. For more content like this about bodybuilding, subscribe to my channel, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. All the best, and bye-bye.